Right, there we go. All right, so message of the day. Let's go ahead and dig into that real quick. Any questions on what I was talking about with the channel points?
Nope.
Nope.
All right, here is your water. It's about
I'm good.
there. High quality streaming right there, folks. All right, thank you. I actually need
Better
that.
believe it.
I need that water, so thank you. So the other thing you can do is mess around with my other games. I have another game on Thursday nights from from 7 to 9. And you guys can screw with those players. You can also come on Sunday night to the Starfinder campaigns and screw with them there as well. So
Fun
where
time.
I just need to find my chat and we can get rolling because it disappeared and I can't see if anybody's doing anything. All right, I found it. Plus, there are some sound alerts. So if you players don't have the stream up, then you'll miss the exciting sound alerts I have. I have one. There are two different ways to redeem sound alerts. By the way, I can only have 5 in the actual where you redeem it. So where you click next to Sven points, Svenzone particles, and click on that, and it pops up the whole list. There's only a handful of them of the sounds. I have more down below. One of which is called what did I call it? Something along the lines of bad flute. I will warn you, if you redeem it, it is somebody playing the flute very badly. It's funny and very hilarious, but it is painful to listen to. Just saying. But if you're not listening to the stream, you won't be able to hear it.
I will keep that in mind for next time
It's
I fail a performance check.
That's great. I will let you know, Sven, that I am not listening to this stream because the echo would screw me over.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. So you can, I understand that. Come on. All right, too many moving parts. I'm like 95% there, and I really appreciate your patience, guys. I just had a bombshell dropped on me, a little drama, uh, like 15 minutes before I start. So my normal time prepping and stuff was spent trying to deal and argue and not argue, but discuss with people in the family. So I'm a little flighty for the second. It'll take me a second, and then I'll settle down and we'll do this right.
That's alright. Take all the time you need.
Yep.
And we'll just say I'm stalling until Nick gets here because he said he will be here in a little late. Um, so we'll blame it on him. All right, and so thank you, Mantha, for throwing out the red wed characters. If those of you watching later, if you are interested, I don't do like some DMs do every week character introductions. Um, I think it gets old and dry and frustrating for the players as well as people listening. Um, but if you're curious to know what the players are like or all about, come on to the stream. And it doesn't have to be this stream, it can be any stream. And you can type in exclamation point and their name and get a little blurb all about them. So, getting back to our message of the day, you guys had checked in with Captain Smilodon and taken a long rest. Then you found the well they were talking about, and through a series of events, determined that there was a illusory wall, and that led to a tunnel. You took the tunnel down, and that is where we left off. So I took the time this week because I realized a couple weeks ago when we played, I had this picture in my head of what you were looking at when you came down. I wasn't going to make a map because there was no combat here. And even though I didn't want to go through all the trouble of making a map. Sometimes I'll have a map, but I'll just grab it so it's quick and easy. I don't have to spend a lot of time on it. But I realized my explanation was not coming out the way I meant it to be, and I knew I wasn't communicating well. So I made a map.
Yay!
How
Also,
exciting.
I had a question, but then I forgot it, but then I remembered it just now. Do illusions block light? It's very out of place, but like, I just want to know.
So if you believe the illusion is there, yes. In reality, no.
Okay.
It's part of the
It's so
magic of the
cool.
illusion. So if you cast illusion, no, it would not block light from you. But if the person believes it,
Okay.
then it doesn't. Same thing with like, if you want to get technical, things like a Gorgon or a Medusa basilisk. If you've made an image of a shield or a mirror, a giant mirror of illusion, you can still get turned to stone because it's not real. But if the basilisk believes the mirror is real, it can turn itself to stone. So,
Ashley learned that the cool way.
Yeah.
so hopefully that I don't know if that answers your question or not, but
It does, thank you.
okay. Um, stop it. All right. So, Matthew, keep me honest. If there's anything on here that I miss in chat, please let me know. Let me throw you guys on the map. I guess I am going to have to grab Stream Eyes. So there's a really old song called These Eyes. And it's a love song about a dude who's, these eyes have seen a lot of love. And every time I see Stream Eyes, I think of the song.
These stream eyes have seen a lot of fights. That floor looks so cool.
Excellent. Now if I can just get Stream to catch up with what you're seeing. Unlock tokens. Enable vision preview. Ha, there we go. All right, so I'm going to just give ambient light in here just because I don't want it to be in grayscale because it's some pretty cool lighting, pretty cool effects in here, and it's just for you looking anyway. Ambient. We're gonna say it is
Like, I spent so much time on this
sunlight.
map, you have to see it the way I intended it and not in dark vision, you crazies.
Off, on.
I mean, that'd be cool to have dark vision.
Is that why? Shift?
I have
Am I
camera
outside the
things.
line of sight? Alright, so Mantha said she could see the floor.
I
Can.
can.
I
Okay.
can as well.
Alright, so the stream's not cooperating for some reason. Oh, I know. No, I don't know why. Hold on. Boy, it is just not going well today. Everybody dies. Rocks fall. Party dies. Let's roll.
Guys, are you ready to roll up some new
New
characters?
characters.
Hey, I've got a good backup character for the other
Would
game.
I just switch
Bring
to
him in.
Cromwell or what?
We don't know if Cromwell's alive.
True.
Alright, so all of you can see just fine. It's just the stream is not. What the heck?
Instead of Greg, we
I
get his
know. Let me
twin
see if I
brother,
grab
Crack.
Tusk, since he's going to be coming here in theory anyway. Aha! I see something. There we go, stream. Merry Christmas. I can see Stream Eyes sitting right there. But why isn't it working? Let me try one more time. Boom. There we go. Okay. Okay. So go ahead. Tokens are unlocked. So as you guys come down, like I said, what had happened was you came through the illusion, and then you were in this small, thin, 5-foot walkway that was carved, and then there are some steps leading down, and then a little passageway down again, passageway down again. Now it was more organic cavern. Looks like you broke through the edge of a cavern. I mean a cave system, and you were walking along these cave passages. You thought you might be underneath um, the graveyard area down to the south, but again, you weren't really sure. And then you came out, and it leads to this underground river. So go ahead and move up.
Hey Sven, you're talking to the stream, but not to us.
Aha. So what had happened was you guys come down through the illusionary river, I mean the wall, and there was a really thin carved out passageway that led to this wall. Some steps going down quite a ways, and then another passageway that went for about 100 feet. Some more steps going down, another passage, more steps, and then you came out into a more natural walk, cavern, cave system type thing. And you were following that. There were every once in a while there were some places that were carved a little bit to widen it to where you could walk. It ranges anywhere from 5 to 10 to 12 feet wide. The height varies quite a bit as well, um, as high as 20 feet in places down to 5 where you have to bend over a little bit to get through. Um, anywhere that would have been lower than that is usually chiseled away, so where you can at least walk by. Clearly, this is somewhere you could walk, but it's not. You couldn't bring a wagon or carts or lots of goods or animals, things like that. So this is mostly clearly for people. Then you came to where you are now. Go ahead and move your tokens. Tokens should be unlocked. We move up. So as you come out to this, let me hide stream eyes. Okay, there we go.
Oh, yeah, the boat.
You guys can't see the boat. Why can't you see the boat? Where's the boat? Here's the
It's
boat.
around the corner. Oh, no,
There we
it
go.
is not.
All right, so there's the boat. So
Meow.
this is the other view. Maybe. So if you were standing on the dock, this is what you would see.
Cool.
So it's this
That's
underground
cool.
river. It's not flowing very fast, and there's a boat there. There's room for another boat if it was traveling. The river is flowing from your left to the right underneath the dock and going through the wall over there. It is cave wall behind the dock, and so if you're standing on a dock, you can lean back against the wall. And there are ropes there going all along and around the corner that you can use to propel and pull the boat against the slowly, or
Ah.
you could possibly use the oars as well, or the combination of the two.
Well, uh, this is cool. I'm glad you made a map because I would not have had this image in my mind.
Yeah, as I tried, like I said, I was trying to explain it last week. I was realizing the very clear picture in my head was not coming out verbally as I was trying to explain it. So I made the
I
map.
thought it was something
Boom.
like this. Makes you
Yay.
feel better.
Cool.
Tusk!
Hello.
Meow.
Hello.
Yay, Nick
Sorry
is
I'm
here.
late.
Announcement time.
Announcements.
Nick. Tusk. Clear. All right, so your tusk should be cleared to grab.
Coolio. I am booting up Fantasy Grounds right now, so I might be a moment.
All right, so Nick, I don't know if you were aware, but I did make affiliate. So if you watch the stream on Twitch, on your phone or on a computer or whatever, you will earn, or any of my streams, you'll earn Svenzone particles. You can use them. There are some of the redemption things. There's lots of them, sounds and other things. But you can also use them to. One's called a little hindrance. One's called a little help. It's +2 or -2. And there's also a boost of healing. And by the way, if you look at the boost of healing, it's a 1d8 +5. I believe it is. So it's not. So you get the minimum of 6.
Okay.
You can use those during our sessions, but you can only use them on other players.
All right.
Or the monsters if you want. You can't hurt them, but you can help them.
All right. Actually, that's pretty cool. That's really cool.
Aha, I need to fix something real quick because
Oh,
audio output capture. No, that's not it. That didn't play for me. So to answer your question, right now Parker is chilling. We had a what the dog doing redeemed in the stream. Parker is chilling without his blanket because I left his blanket in the other room. in his little dog bed. Recently pet by one of the daughters came in and pet him, so he's happy and content over there. And he had a little bit of pizza crust, so he's very happy.
Very happy.
And I just took him for a walk, so he's about as content as he gets.
Mhm.
All right. So I will let you get caught up, sir. Let me. I need to do this. Give me just one more moment, guys. So while this is happening, tell me what you're thinking, what you're doing, what you're looking around, what kind of, and then also in that description of what you're doing and what while you're here, let me know what kind of light sources you guys have and are using.
I'm using the light spell, I'm pretty sure.
Real quick, remind me again what happened last session, because I missed last session.
When do you guys want to do that?
If I'm remembering where the last thing cut off, you remember when we were dealing with the guy that was going a little crazy, right?
Yeah, he was having some weird reaction to something he drank. We were in the middle of dealing with that.
Yes, we were in the middle of dealing with that, and eventually got him calmed down. It turns out that he is allergic to mushrooms, and there were mushrooms in one of the potions that he bought from the what are they called? Like the New Earth something. I can't remember what they were called, but the in-game D&D players, but
Fodder.
real world. Thank you. Uh, so turns out he bought a potion from them, and it had mushrooms in it, and he did not know. And then right after that, we ended up. Oh, I can't quite remember. But we did find the well to get to the underground area, and we are following a path that we found down there. Please, somebody fill in because I realize I have a very spotty memory.
That's basically what went down, honestly.
We
Mess-
talked with Smilodon.
Yeah, message of the day fills in a little bit more. So you're not going to explain about the well and the
Yes.
subtlety involved and not subtlety involved?
Yes, the well.
I
is
didn't see
located-
what the big deal was.
the well is located in like the backyard of one of the blacksmiths, I believe. And so to get into the passageway, you have to just climb in the well. Um, so some of us climbed in the well. So I sent Piper down first, who happened to find the there's a illusory wall on the inside.
Okay.
So through Piper, Jen just cast, yeah, sure, we'll just Misty Step with my nail. Q3 cast invisibility and climbed down. And Craig just climbed down. Just broad daylight. I mean,
I think Tusk would have done the same.
Probably. Okay.
and we came across this clearing, and we haven't done anything yet. That is where the last session cut off.
We came down to our underground river, and we're about to get in a boat that will take us down the river, right?
Or we will take the boat down the river.
Good to know. Thanks for the update. To answer Sven's question, Tusk would probably be relying on his dark vision for the most part. Unless someone, and if anyone else, makes a light, then.
I think Craig
Yeah,
has
Craig
light
is using the
spell on,
light spell.
but honestly, I think Jen will also do the same. just to
Because
get.
Crack doesn't have dark vision, and he doesn't have a cool monocle like Cromwell does.
You could get one.
It just wouldn't feel right.
Nick, did you get the picture I just sent with called
Yes.
SECBB?
Yes.
All right, so that is the picture of
Mhm.
the area with the blacksmith, and if you look toward the top of it and zoom in, you'll see a well
Mhm.
by 330, and 330 is the blacksmith.
All right.
And because I am a attention whore,
Mhm.
this is what it looked like before. So that's what the map looked like
Mhm.
before I got to it, and then I added
Grass
Yeah.
and streets.
grass, streets, the wall, the shadow of the wall, city wall, and the well, and
Mhm.
the temple buildings and such.
Mhm.
Anyway, so that's where it is. And if you'll notice, I don't know if you skimmed through the message of the day, but that has a Nashkel image that I'm now adding. I've added some pins to. So the green pins, so you see down to the bottom left,
Mage
it
Guild.
says well to under Nashkel.
Oh, cool.
So it gives you a better idea of what it is and where everything is compared to. And I'll be adding those things. And if there's one thing in particular, like if you want the entrance to the Thieves Guild, or Genesis wants the ice cream store. Actually, just more of a Kithry thing, but still.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I feel like
Oh.
Genesis the one that actually says it, but like Kithry's always like the one bumping Genesis, like, hey, we should go get ice cream.
By the way,
Like-
I always find it really cool
like
how
full-
detailed this city is. Like to the finest blade of grass. This city is that detailed, and I always find it really cool.
Thank you, thank you. So this is where we are. Are you on the map yet?
Yes.
I see Tusk.
Or I am.
The underground dock map.
Okay, here we go. Yep. I do not. There we go. I see it now.
Okay, so you can go ahead and move your token up with the rest of the group. So that's where he came out. And here's the other one. So if you were standing on the dock, this is what you would see.
All right.
All right, so now we are all caught up. I think everything is running smoothly. I'm hoping that somebody is listening and will say something in the chat if you can't hear the noise. Mantha, please let me know. The way I have it set up, I just have a little sliver of the chat, so I should be able to catch when things happen. But if I happen to miss something, whisper to me or tell me, please. Now that we are actually have chat rewards and things, I do want to make sure that I am doing what needs to be done. And I cannot. You have to do certain things to every single. So on OBS, I have certain. It's called a scene. The software I use to stream with, every time I stream is a different scene in this software, and I have to add the sounds to every scene, and I did not add it to this particular scene, so I cannot hear them, and I can't do it while I'm streaming. So I don't want to stop the stream. So just be aware. Everybody else can hear what's going on, the sound alerts. So if you guys do want to redeem them, you're welcome to. But I personally will not be able to. because I cannot watch the stream while I'm streaming because my computer will break and die and burst into flames.
Oh no. It sounds like quite the predicament.
Okay.
To be fair, most
Again-
of the things happening in chat were me so far. So
Again, thank you for your patience, guys. Now that I am sort of caught up with everything myself, and like I said, we can blame Nick because he was late.
Yeah.
We are ready to go.
100% his
Let's
fault.
do this. Let's D&D the crap out of this.
Woot.
Woo!
So what would you like to do?
Genesis. Question: is there dirt on the ground? Is it like made out of stone or is it like dirt?
It's mostly dirt. I mean, I'm sorry, it's mostly stone. So if you
Ah,
zoom in, you see it's mostly like inlaid rocks and dirt. Man, stone. It's mostly stone, carved stone. I mean, there's dust and dirt that has accumulated over the years, but for the most part, you see, especially along where you are now, it's mostly stone.
Jen wanted to, I guess, basically see like how well used this is. So she's going to head over to the dock and like basically examine: are there like lots of footprints? Is the dust mostly undisturbed? Like trying to figure out that kind of stuff.
See, and those of you on the stream, if you zoom
Um,
in on this, look, you can see
Tusk is going to
the
examine
wear
the
and
river
tear.
while she does that to kind of just try to tell
There's the
how
DM.
fast it's flowing,
Did
if
a
at
damn good job
all.
making the map,
Is
huh?
it natural? Is it made by some other means? Looking at, yeah. I'd say start with that.
All right, so
Oh,
let
I
me
did
push
say
you
that.
a roll.
Mhm.
All right, Genesis, survival or investigation?
I think survival, please.
All right, so Genesis, you're looking around trying to determine how well used this is. Tusk, you're looking at the build and of the river and such. The river itself, from what you can see now, there's what you see is pretty obvious in that the dock, clearly somebody made that, the rope and all the little python-ish things that are guiding the rope are man-made. The channel itself looks natural. The underground river looks natural. It looks like what you rolled, it does look like it was taller at one point, and where you were now was underwater at some point, um, and that the water level has lowered quite a bit. And you can even see that in the picture as well. You can see where some of the erosion it's dropped a good couple feet, um, making it easier. And so you would guess that the river doesn't flow as fast as it used to. Genesis, you're able to tell the boat itself is weathered. This is fresh water, so it's not quite as, if it was salt water, there'd be a lot more buildup on the boat and on the dock, things like that. There'll be a lot more buildup of salt and brine and stuff. But even then, it looks to be at least 6 months old, 8, maybe a year at least. It's been sitting in the water for a while, but it's still in decent condition. You're also able to tell the rope, while not brand new, is still something that it would have to be changed every so often because in the damp water, in the dampness and stuff, there are places where if it's not taut enough, it will drip into the river. So it does look like it's maintained. So it looks like from those clues, this is still something that people are actively using. But whether or not it's a monthly basis, daily basis, yearly basis, it's hard to tell. You're not
Okay.
able to really tell.
Thank you. That was good information.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Well, I only really see one way forward, and Jen moves closer to the boat.
You
Alrighty.
could dive under the dock and go to the east, following the river through the water, through the wall.
Mhm.
I mean, we could do that, but I'm
Actually, can I tell which is the river flowing towards the dock or is it away from the dock?
Yes, it's flowing towards the dock
Okay.
from your left to your right.
Okay, thank you.
And with that, Jen's going to climb in the boat.
Does look like whatever we're gonna find is gonna be this way.
Oh,
And
I'm sorry,
Huh?
I didn't. Go ahead.
oh no, and you'll just say that as he gets in the boat.
So the other actual announcement is
Mhm.
Logan knows because he mentioned it on Sunday, but Bobby got a new job, which he started Monday, I believe, maybe Tuesday, which is good news for him, but it means that he cannot play on Wednesdays anymore.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate, but I'm glad I got a new job.
Congrats to him.
It's bittersweet. I liked playing with him, but I'm happy for him at the same time. Well, I think I would be planning on. Oh,
You guys all have a role.
we do have a rule.
I almost failed it.
Greg's just wobbling the whole way until he sits down.
He just goes head first into the water. No.
I didn't fail
All right,
it.
so I notice how you have Kithri being the one pulling the ropes, while Tusk is
I
over
was-
there with his hands in the water.
That's what I was about
Tusk
to
is
say.
basically there are ours in the boat. Tusk is just not. He's just using his hand.
Do we want to consider weight distribution at all? Like maybe Genesis comes sit in the back middle. Kithri can.
I don't think it matters that much.
I mean, it depends on the kind of boat.
Yeah, maybe. And Jen kind of like stands up and like wobbles around, like trying to get around. Well, maybe Tusk should go in front. I'll help with the rope, but I don't think there's much I can't do better than Tusk can.
All right, so
All right.
it does lean a bit towards your side, but it's a good sized boat. It's a good 20 feet long, and almost 10 feet wide, and so it's somewhat comfortable as far as boats go. It's not like cushion seats or anything, but you're not crammed up against each other and things. And You do think it would go a little bit smoother if Krek and Kithri switch places, but for the most part, you're fine.
Honestly, from how Craig got into the boat, Kithri's not sure it's worth it to try to
Oh,
swap with him.
Just be sitting down, please.
Yes. Now, if it was a Cromwell, that'd be a different story with his armor and his girth. But Krek is a
Yeah.
lithe little lizard guy, so. All right,
Large
so
kobold friend.
I'm not the strongest, but and I don't know
Click.
if it would make sense for us to use the rope and them to use the oars, but I don't know.
I think
Maybe
it's
we
more
should-
of a one or the other.
Well, yeah, but
So Tusk, you start giving it a little pull,
Mhm.
and the two of you, as Janet says, takes you a little while, about 2 or 3 minutes to get the hang of how it works. The river's not flowing very strongly, so you are able to do it. If Krek or Kithri did, or both of them wanted to help with the oars, it might help a little bit, but not a whole lot. You really don't need it. With just the four of you in the boat, it's not riding very low, so it's not difficult. You're able to do it yourself, the two of you.
mostly Tusk. Jen's just
Right.
doing what she can. More
Trying
using
Yeah.
guidance all the time.
visibility.
Huh.
Doink.
Oh, I see.
Shadow boat.
Switch from the. Oh yeah, the boat shadow is still there.
Hmm.
Okay.
Should we be moving with the boat?
No, I don't even know why I put a token on there. I did both, so it was started off as a picture, and then I switched it to a token, so you can move. Like I said, there's no fight or anything. It's just showing off. All right, so I'm gonna kill the map.
Bleh.
You head down around the river. Let me get a check.
Strong boy.
Why do you have double advantage?
Because of my
He is a barbarian.
class trait, I always have advantage on strength checks.
Okay, I want to make sure you didn't have rage on. All right, so yeah, you guys, especially with the nat 20 you got, was mostly, it was just a matter of had you rolled really badly, it just would have taken you a little longer. So it's actually
Yep.
you're able to go a little bit faster as you just get into a rhythm, and the two of you are Tusk will pull and then let go, and Genesis will pull while Tusk is readjusting his hands, and so it gets to it's a smooth rhythm as you guys are moving down. Like I said, it's a nice, well designed system that they have here. And so in the boat, what is the light sources you guys have?
My light spell.
Crack has a light spell and Jen has a light spell.
All right, so 2 light spells and then
Oh.
dark vision. Tusk is in front. All right, so neither one of you see a whole lot of movement within the river itself. So, in other words, the water itself is clear for the most part. Looks to be anywhere from 5 to 10 feet deep. You do see there are large rocks every once in a while. The different rocks will come up, or different natural things. It does look like there's a lot of it is stone, although there is some dirt and things collected sort of in the middle as it flows through. Uh, but you don't see a lot of fish. You don't see a lot of algae or plants. and you don't see a lot of that growing along the walls either. It's not completely devoid of it, but it's just not what you would normally expect from an underground river.
Okay.
Genesis, you might be able to. Let me get a couple rolls from you. All right, so as you guys are cruising along, there are times where it slowly turns, but it's actually fairly straight for the most part. You do get the sense from those of you who have the high survivals, you do think it's going down a little bit, very, very gradually, so it's not, it wasn't even noticeable at first, but you do think you are going down a little as well. And then ahead of you, you see an opening to the north. Well, to your left. You're not sure exactly what direction you are at this point with the turns and twists it's taken, but it's on your left side. You see this opening, and so it would be the longest you guys have is 60 feet. Dark vision, correct?
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay. So yeah, so it's about 60 feet, slowly starting. Takes you a second to realize what it is. So it's about 55 feet away. What would you like to do as soon as you notice it? Tusky would be the first one to notice it, probably about the same time Genesis does.
I'm sorry. You describe again what we are starting to see.
It's an opening to your left, on the left side of the wall, similar to where you guys came. The dock, the opening on the wall, and then
Oh,
it led
okay.
to the dock. There's an opening in the cave wall on the left, the river wall,
Um,
whatever.
Tusk will point ahead and say there's another opening ahead. Might want to keep it check it out once we get up to it. Unless could always be someone hiding in there. Sorry. That's what I got at the moment.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go past it. We might as well look.
Mm-hmm.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I mean,
All right, so as you keep pulling closer, you see it keeps extending. It looks to be about 30 feet across. Looks somewhat natural, and it looks like it narrows.
Definitely looks like place we want to stop at and see where it leads. Anything this big would be pretty sure is what they would like us to check just in case.
well,
Be
the
a good
rates
staging
are
ground.
on this side of the water.
I mean, we could just push the boat and then use the wall and use the oars to just cross. Or we could just, yeah. I'd say that would just work if you.
Well, as long as we don't let the boat float back downstream, I think we'll be all right.
I'm sure we can beach it. Or
So it is on the
something.
other side of the river, but it's only like 10 feet. I mean, you've got 2 oars. You could just use the oar and push against the wall to get you to that side if you wanted. You would have to figure out some way of stopping the boat from just drifting back down where you came.
Okay. Is
There is rope on the bow of the ship that you would to tie it off. It looks to be about 8 feet long. And there's some on the back as well
okay?
to
What
tie
is the
off as well.
other side of the where this gap is? How is the land with meeting the river? Is it like a bank, or is it just like
Just like it's just like
more
when you
cliff?
came in. So it comes right up, stone comes right up to the edge of the river. Looks like it's a natural, again, it's just a natural cave that
Okay.
extends back. Again, it's about 30 feet wide, but it quickly gets a little narrower
Okay.
on
So
both
then the
sides.
rope will be good. Okay.
So as you get closer, you can see that it shrinks down to about 10 feet in diameter, 10 with about 15 feet high ceiling, and it slopes down.
Okay.
And goes straight, pretty much a straight shot.
Tusk will then take the oars and kind of push us across. And
K3, give me I'm going to say it's a Constitution saving throw, or and also a Perception. If you give me both of those and the Perception in the tower, please. As you're trying to adjust to the water and how the water reacts with the boat and your hand and all that. Yeah, no worries. So you actually are able to do it really well, almost like a sonar. You're able to over time. He's been pulling the boat for about 30 to 45 minutes, and by the time he's ready to push off the wall, you're able to tell where the rocks are underneath, and you can sort of feel as anytime the water adjusts dramatically because of rocks or logs or anything that's in the water, you're able to tell those type of things. When your hand is in the water, if it's just you sitting in the boat, it's like it's muffled, but you can tell a little bit.
Okay. Good to know, thank you. I'm just trying to keep an eye on things.
alrighty.
Token light. Genesis.
So Tusk will
Light.
push it over, and he'll kind of motion for Kithri and probably
As a light.
Jen over Crack to try and to look for spots to tie the boat off, showing that there's a rope on the end of the boat for when we get over there.
Any rocks sticking out that we can tie off against, or I don't know, things jutting out of the wall, like stuff like that.
So this one is, besides the natural rock, you don't really see anything that's there. You could use like a python if you have one, or you could try to jury rig something, an old dagger or something, but there's nothing here that's made for a boat, unlike the dock.
I got a python. We can use that.
All right, so you're going to put it north, south, center of the passage, or right, left, center. Where do you want to put the python and tie it? So just to be
The
clear,
side farthest from
as
where
you
we were coming from.
okay, so the boat would not, if you're stepping out of the boat, it would be tied so you could just step in and out of the boat? Or do you want it tied to where the boat is just beyond the entrance?
Tie so that we could step in and out of the boat.
Gotcha. All right. Makes sense. All right, so you're able to hop. So who's going to jump up onto the side and pound in the python?
Maybe
I-
Kit 3.
I could.
Tusk would motion for Kithri or Jen.
Yeah, Kit 3 is the lightest and is very small and dexterous, so I think she would probably be the safest option.
Also, can we let poor
Alright.
Craig get out of the boat? He's about to fall in anyway.
What?
Okay, Tusk will
Maybe
hand
he
his
has his
python to
sea
Kithri.
legs now. You don't know.
Okay, okay.
Those darn magic wielders, they just, magic them up some sea legs there, and then don't have land legs anymore.
Alright, so you're able to pound the python and tink, tink, tink. And you're able to tie off. He throws you the rope and you're able to tie it off, deftly tie it off. Guess you guys want a map, huh?
No.
Yeah.
No, we'll just
I mean,
find-
maybe.
Well, maps are always nice.
Let me throw stream eyes.
Nope.
Can you guys see stream eyes?
No.
No.
Okay.
I can't either.
Sadly, the stream is the only one who can. But that's okay.
I mean, isn't that a good thing?
No, it's distracting and annoying.
Oh, you don't want the stream to see it either?
No, because there's no reason for them to see it. Hold on there, Tusk. Relax.
True, true.
Sorry, I was trying to get rid of it, and then it just got all messed up.
If you right click on it, there's cancel movement.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
All right, so I was give me just a second here.
Sorry for the distraction.
Python. Where is K3? Genesis. There we go. All right, so let me get a roll from you guys.
What kind of roll?
A good roll.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Well, auto rerolls are pretty nice.
Nice.
You need me to roll?
So all of you here, as you're pounding ting 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 in the python, you guys hear some bat wings flutter from up, coming from down the passage. Hear the flutter of bat wings as she
This-
disturbs their sleep.
Is this Batman's cave? What?
Kit 3 is as quiet as she can be, okay? Pounding something to the wall isn't exactly stealthy.
I'm not sure if they're used to being disturbed like this.
All right, so in theory, Tusk, you should be able to see quite a ways. You should notice a little bit of difference in the color variation as you go out, because the light spells die, and then it turns to grayscale. It's more
Yep,
of a bluish.
I am seeing
so
that.
Yay.
that's what you can see. K3, you should still see beyond the light spell, correct?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, because the light spells. So this map isn't perfect in the sense that it does slope down, but it's somewhat gradually. You think it may go. Looks like it goes about 5 feet lower before it's flat and straightens out again. So you can see these little divots in the floor. That's pretty much where it slopes a little bit. Goes, like I said, about 5 feet over that 15, 20 feet distance, and then straightens out again. and it looks to be mostly natural. And there is a little bit more rocks and a little bit more dirt along this floor, little sand, that type of thing.
Alrighty.
Well,
Tusk, as usual, go to take his place up front as he starts to move down the
Come
hallway.
on, what the hell?
Can get 3.
Oh, there
Maybe
we
look
go.
for traps, perhaps.
Would you like to?
I would like to at least check, yeah.
Well then, feel free to move up with Tusk.
All right, so go ahead and waiting for Fantasy Grounds to catch up as I break it.
I don't know where Tusk is moving.
Yeah,
Just straight.
I did something, so I had to wait for it
That's what
to
I
catch up to me. He moved 15 feet forward, but go ahead and give me a roll, K3. It will be perception in the tower.
before we start heading off, Jen kind of pauses to let Piper climb off her shoulder. She's gonna leave him behind
Yeah,
to keep an
Fantasy
eye on
Grounds
the
doesn't
boat,
like it when you add
Hmm.
20 things
see if there's
to
anybody
the
that comes by,
combat tracker.
that kind of stuff.
So it's gonna take a minute.
As for Athena, she's probably not. She's probably in the extra dimensional space right now.
So there's a finite number of things you can do, and I've come very close to that limit, so it's gonna take a minute. It may not recover, so if it doesn't, there we go. It recovered. Yay. All right. Now I can move you guys.
Give me a minute, I'll be back.
All right, so you guys hear the flutter of wings, and you do notice there are some bats on the ceiling above you. The floor went down and leveled out, but the ceiling pretty much stayed the same. So it's about 20, 25 feet. And you see there's a big colony of bats ahead of you. And this would be a great time. And it's a little early. Let's go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break, give or take.
All right.
And let me type in the chat. We'll be back at 8:20. All right, so come back at 8:22, guys, and I'll be see you guys in a moment.
Okay. Well,
All right.
Yes. All right, we have returned.
Mhm.
Woo!
Mm.
That should
Yay.
take another minute.
All right. I need a roll. Actually, it would not be a roll. What is everybody's passive stealth?
Not good.
I believe mine is 23.
Mine is
I'm
12.
Mine is
14.
14, but I am also wearing medium armor, so
All right. So you move up and you see ahead of you. Well, those of you with dark vision see that the passageway
Curves.
shrinks down a
And
little bit more.
mhm. Tuss is going to keep moving
Under my.
forward unless
Okay.
Guthrie, let me know if you spot anything.
Did you want to roll for that, Sven? Looking for traps?
You gave me one of those already.
Mm.
Yes, you did. Actually, no, you didn't. Oh, there it is.
Mm.
Okay, I did. I was like, I thought I
Mm.
saw it. I did. Okay.
I don't remember
All
giving
right.
it,
Hold
so.
on.
Okay.
You did, and you rolled it was a re-roll because you rolled a 1.
It's so nice being a halfling.
A friend of mine uses Sciencescape, and he has a trigger for when it re-rolls you automatically. So even though you may not catch it as it happens, but you hear the sound. So it's funny. It's like
Mhm.
it's the Simpsons kid laugh, ha ha, that thing.
Hmm.
All right, give me a moment.
All right. Da-dum.
All right, I need everybody give me percentiles, please.
Oh, sorry.
Keep up.
Yeah, I did it in chat.
Genesis, you're in back. Okay.
Well, yeah, it kind of thins out, but Kithri wants to look for traps, so it's like, well, she's okay taking up the back.
Mhm.
In fact, I would prefer to go in front of Tusk.
All
Because he's
right,
kind of
so
hard to see around.
as you're moving up, before you react, Genesis, let me do my stuff.
Oh.
Hold on.
Wait.
No. So what's happening is they're being attacked by these things that they can't see. So it's giving me just a second. Here it is. I just need to see who hits what.
Oh.
Miss.
Hmm.
All right, so Genesis, now you can react.
Hold on a minute. And she kind of goes a bit forward and kind of kneels down next to Kithri to take a look at something.
All right, so you see this. And as you kneel down, you realize, oh, that's why, because it's already open. It's one on the back of you as well.
What?
So you've seen something similar, but these are a little different. In that they're very dark, and they're very hard to see. And you see one trying to pierce through your armor, Genesis, as you move up, and there's one on Kithri as well, trying to do the same thing.
Mhm.
Can Kithri sense whatever it is with her tremor sense?
Nope.
Oof.
Can I tell where something hurt me?
Nope. You don't feel anything. She said, Genesis said to stop for a second. You stopped. So that's going to give you guys another check.
Okay.
Actually, Genesis is going to sort of point it out so you guys see on Kithri, and as Genesis reacts to seeing it one on her.
Oh.
Huh.
I don't think
Did that
the
thing
flapping we heard were bats.
Yeah, probably not.
And so
With things like as
everybody's
big as Kithri, please get it off.
like what happens when you have like a leech, or you climb out of a river or something, and you see a leech on somebody. Everybody freaks out to varying degrees. Freak out however your character would freak out. But I don't know of anybody who just called me, oh, there's a leech. I know for sure there's not one on me.
Uh,
And as you check around, look around, Tusk, you
yeah.
see there is one on this sort of right here where your kidney is. And it's just sitting there happily draining. It's got its proboscis stuck in you.
It's gonna
Happily
try and
draining.
basically grab and squeeze it.
So let's do initiative, shall we?
Alright.
Kill it with fire.
I could zap it. Those
Yeah.
are good against
Tusk is,
bugs too.
I could do a lightning bolt and get both Kithris and Tusks all in the same one.
I mean, Kithri would be fine with that, honestly.
Skithri can dodge.
Sure.
Yes, she can.
1, 2, 3.
These are always an interesting
All
feature.
right, who am I missing?
Kithri.
Kithri. Initiative.
Yes, Kithri, initiative, please. I normally push it. This time I didn't.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Mantha's just poisoning my ears with animal friendship. These are not. No.
Yeah.
Gross.
I mean, they're basically giant mosquitoes.
I mean,
Mosquito bat things. And surprisingly, still beasts.
And so again, as a Tusk, all of you have seen these before. You fought them before. Tusk, you've seen them many times. These are actually, like I said, normal sturges are noisy. You can hear flap, 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 flap. They're not sneaky at all. These are very hard to see. You haven't seen one fly, so you don't know how much sound they make, but these somehow got on you without you guys noticing it.
Hmm.
All right, so let's go to the top of the round. So first of all, let's go down the line from left to right, starting with Krek. As you see these things on you each of you has one on you. The only one that's actually attached is Tusk's, but you all have them. How do you initially react, Krek?
He's probably gonna try to swat it with shocking grasp.
Okay, Tusk, you said you're going
Tusk
to reach out and
probably,
squeeze it.
yeah, Tusk basically is muttering the curse like under his breath as he basically goes to just grab and squeeze it.
Okay,
Essentially trying to squish it with his hand.
K3, how are you reacting?
Kethari might use mirror image just out of like, oh gosh, get away from me.
Okay, and Genesis?
It almost touched me, guys.
Honestly, Jen just kind of freezes, kind of doing like a mental like body check, but like I think like her fear response is just like to like freeze and like it can't see me if I don't move, right?
Okay, cool. That answers the question. All right, so Tusk, it is your turn. Let me go ahead and there it is. I'm going to reveal this one. There you go.
Should have a. I guess I don't.
So at this point, these are shadow sturges.
Oh.
Fancy.
So I'm basically going to do an unarmed attack against it, and surprisingly, I actually do not have that. I thought I did, but I'm not seeing it. That's weird.
All right, so just what is so your proficiency bonus right now is 4. Your strength mod is 4. So just give me a 20 cider plus 8.
Okay. Oh, and do.
And that will do 4 points of damage if you hit. All right, 24 is a hit. So go ahead and just roll that. I mean, you don't roll. You do 4 points of damage to it. All right. So are you just squeezing it, or are you trying to rip it off of you?
At first, he probably just try to like squeeze it, and if it's like still moving, he'll then try to rip it off of him.
All right. So you do have. We did clarify this yesterday. Unarmed attack. If you have multi-attack, you can do more than one attack. It's not quite dead. It's mostly dead, but still not quite dead. So as you rip it off, I need a percentile. You want to do 1 point of damage per percent. Oof. Okay, so you do take 3 points of damage as you rip this proboscis from you, and you sort of turn it sideways, and that now you feel a little bit of it. Still doesn't hurt very much. You see this hole in you, but it really doesn't hurt very much yet. You do see it's like a mosquito bite in that where its proboscis is a little raised.
Does that count as my second attack, or is that just something that I did?
So you can so go ahead and make your second attack at advantage.
Okay.
And so
Sweet.
just 2 20s plus 8.
Oop.
I don't see how you're going to possibly miss. No, you don't. So
Yeah.
that kills it.
Yeah. Ow! And then I
Hey,
squeeze it
double
some more.
ones. I don't know.
So It is not a pretty sight as you rip this thing off and squish it, and it has a lot of its viscous grossness and also your
No.
blood coming out of it,
No.
and it's all over your hand, and it's like as you're trying to shake your hand, it's sticking to your hand, and finally
Oh.
slaps to the ground.
I'm imagining as I like give like the final squeeze, it kind of like pops a little bit, and like a little
Ew.
bit goes like shooting towards like Kithri.
Ew.
I'm sure they
Ew.
try to dodge out of the way, but like
Yeah.
he's not being
Genesis is
careful.
next to you, lean down, trying to attend to Kithri. You reach out and wipe it off on Genesis.
I don't purposely wipe it off on her, but if she gets some on her, then that's not on me.
Yeah. No, okay.
I mean, yeah,
so
because it's on her.
where the heck did he go? Oh, there he is. He's dead.
Oh, that was perfect, Craig.
All right.
Yeah, that's
So
why I go.
one dead. Yay. You
Woo.
don't level up yet.
Dang it.
Dang.
I don't know.
Reminds me of that
All right.
Buddhist comic.
I know you're.
Anyways.
So you squeeze it. Are you yelling or shouting or slamming against the wall or doing anything? You just sort of like shaking your hand, and how are you reacting to this? I don't want to talk.
He's basically kind of like just trying to like shake the blood off of his hands, looking kind of checking his body for anything else. So all while just kind of cursing under his breath, more like not like a extremely angry curse, but more of like the goddamn flies kind of that reaction.
Mosquito.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes, goddamn mosquitoes. There we go. That's more of his reaction and temperament for that whole thing. And while he's just kind of like shaking his hand and kind of just like looking on his body to see if it's still there, maybe patting his back to see if there's another one.
All right. So as you're looking around and such, you see another one sort of hop from the wall onto your
Thank
shoulder
you.
and try to attack you.
You thought you were done, did you?
Gross.
Now these are tiny creatures, just so you know. The tokens are not representative at this point. But if you're wondering why there might be more than one, or why they might be sharing your square, that type of thing, because they're tiny.
So they're tiny, and we can't target them if they were that small.
Sure.
All right, so he's sort of crawling on you, and you're sort of pushing it away. It doesn't actually have time to try to insert its proboscis.
Love that word.
Yeah.
I don't.
Has flashbacks to when we were fighting a giant demon from that word.
All right,
Giant fly demon.
So the one on you, Kithri, tries to use its stinger on you.
Has a stinger too.
Well, she doesn't like proboscis. It doesn't really sting, but it's a very pointy needle.
Nose.
It's a straw nose.
Pokey bit.
And the one on
It's a
Craig.
sippy straw.
Blood straw.
Hey, they're stealing my blood. That's not cool.
There we
Type
go.
thing. I love the
Now it's
picture
stealing
that.
blood.
Oh, there we go.
You do not
Oh.
feel it. If you weren't actively looking at it, you wouldn't know anything was happening. But again, you see that the scales ride just a tiny bit where it stuck you.
I feel like this is kind of cheating, but like when I hover over the empty squares surrounding me, the names pop up, and I do not like that.
Then don't do it.
Okay.
It's like, gee, doctor, this hurts when I do that. Well, don't do that.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I should
Okay.
tell you so they weren't hidden correctly or something, because I didn't know. I probably should have just
Alright.
whispered it to you. I'm sorry.
It's all right. All will be revealed soon enough. Surge.
Hey, this is
Uh,
how we die.
Trying to get down to
Death
the
by
next person.
Sturgis.
Crack. Ta-da! It is you. What would you like to
Woot.
do?
I'm gonna try to use Shocking Grasp on the one that is on me
Wait,
and stealing
wait.
my blood.
Why am I? What?
You're. Oh,
Why
you
can't
didn't.
I see
Why
my
is she
initiative?
neutral?
Yeah.
She did roll it. It's
Oh, yeah,
14.
you're neutral.
Why? Thank you.
There
There we go.
Not weird.
Yeah.
Turns out she
She's not
was
hostile
a
yet.
doppelganger all along.
Yeah.
All right, correct. You're using Shocking Grasp on it. So are you
Yeah.
able to target it? If
Would
not,
it be on me, like in the same square?
yes, it's in the same square. Let me see if I can move it. There you go, number 13.
Okay. Yeah, I targeted it now. I can. Oh yeah,
Zap.
that's a hit.
Sappy zap.
All right, so roll the damage.
And it can't move. Oh, it's dead.
Mhm.
Or it can't take reactions, I should say. It's not. It can't move.
All right, and you take 3 points of damage,
Well,
and you resist it, so it goes to 1. As the jolt goes through it into you, and pop. It is an X Sturge. What else would you like to do?
You will
Uh,
sturge no more.
I mean, I think I got the one on me, so I guess I'll do the same as Tusk. Make sure there's no more coming after me. Because usually there's a lot of mosquitoes. There's never
Okay.
just one mosquito.
Give me a percentile. I want to see how loud your Shocking Grasp was.
Fairly
A
loud.
70. It was a 70 loud. 70%.
70 out of 100% loudness.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 23.
Crack, you might want to yank down that dial. Just a tad.
All right, K3.
Okay, you can't just tell
23,
Krek to
9,
tune
and
down
1.
the lightning. That's not his style.
Hey, can you make your lightning a little bit quieter, please? We're trying to sleep here.
23,
Okay.
9,
To be fair, this is
Yes,
Nick saying
sleep
this.
in
Tusk would
this.
never say that.
Boink,
Because it's Tusk.
So like I said,
boink.
I will probably use a mirror image. Yeah, cause oh goodness, don't touch me. I don't have enough space to like yeet myself away from the Sturge. So
All right, I'm just moving you so you can. It's number 10. If you want to target it. Oh, is that
I
all you're going to do? Is the. That's all
it's
you can do. Okay, never mind.
that's my action.
All right, so you see. I forget. It's automatic 4 of them plus you, right? Or is it 3 of them plus you?
Ooh, let me look. There's 3 illusory duplicates, so it's 3 of them plus me.
All right. So now, as Genesis, as you're trying to reach forward and try to pull this thing off her, there's 4 of her and 4 little sturges on them, each with its own little sturge.
It didn't hit me though.
No, it is not attached to you. Correct. It's on you, but it's not in you.
Ugh. Okay, well, I wish you would have said that beforehand. I didn't realize it would be affected by my magic as well when I did not intend for that to happen.
Give me an Arcana check, because this is almost like you're wearing it, basically. So I'll say it's a DC 15 Arcana if you don't want it to be copied.
Why?
There you go. So, because otherwise, it would be apparent which one was you, because only one of them would have a surge on it. So this way it maintains the illusion. It's harder to tell which is you and which is not. All right, so that's there. All right, so this was the original one. All right, we already had him again. All right, so besides the mirror image, how are you acting? I mean, are you just standing still? Are you jumping around? Are you?
Probably like jump back and trying to get the thing off of me.
All right, give me a percentile. Okay.
Oh, great.
Gotcha. 29. There he is. All right, Genesis.
So,
So you see these three of them as Krek zaps this thing. You see a couple more drop from the ceiling, and they're they're silent. Now that you know what you're listening for, you can hear them. But it's sort of like an owl that's flying. It's just muted, but you can see them
yeah.
starting to descend on Krek.
So you mostly hear the air and not the animal,
Correct.
sort of thing.
And they almost absorb light almost.
Oh, interesting. What does Jen know about sturges? Because I know I've never heard of them before, but like she probably would
Give
have.
me a nature check. All right, so you know that they are similar to what Tuss said. They're like large mosquitoes. They're generally, if you take a mosquito and a bat and smash them together, so they live in caves typically, they drink blood, they will attach to somebody, drain blood until they're full, and then fly away, sort of like a tick. And like mosquitoes, some of them carry diseases. Is there anything particular that you're looking for?
I guess like how many are there normally in like a group of sturges? Like, are there
How
5?
many are there
20?
in a group of bats? Could be anywhere from half dozen to thousands.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah, so there is no particular number.
So I think at this point, Jen is still kind of crouched down. She's just kind of frozen and kind of like. And
You still have one on you, and you see
yeah,
at least one on Kithri.
she's trying again. Like if I don't disturb it, it won't move, right? But while she's sitting there, she's like really would prefer not to get poked. So as she's doing that, uh, uh, she starts to mutter something, and her holy symbol starts to glow a little bit as she casts Spirit Guardians. Because, I mean, might be overkill, but it doesn't feel like it in the moment.
I mean,
All right,
if
and
you're
that's
worried
15
about
feet.
Yes, there's a token in the spell, but I'm not sure how I'm supposed to use that.
I mean, if you think that was overkill, I was planning on upcasting magic missile just to kill all
Okay,
of
so
them.
they They flit around you to a distance of 15 feet. Okay, so I guess I've always thought of it like a tornado, which would be very difficult in this situation, but it doesn't necessarily say it's in a circle. Okay, so let me 5, 10, 15. I'll just do this.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
That lightning bolt is looking mighty tempting.
So,
Yeah.
click on in the map, click on target all enemies. Actually, first of all, does it happen on their turn? I forget with Spirit Guardians. I know what happens on their turn, but initially, does it get an attack or is it only on their turn?
Let's see. Okay. An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 radiant
All
damage.
right. So what do your Spirit Guardians look like?
I imagine them being like, I guess, like small critters. I think I previously described them as like kind of like the Patronuses in like the Harry Potter movies, where they're kind of like silvery blue, kind of
What critter?
like small forest animals.
My cat is being a nuisance. Please excuse Mantha.
She's knocking over my mic.
So like squirrels, cats,
Yeah, like
hamsters.
Okay, squirrels are small forest animals. I don't think
Yeah.
cats and hamsters are forest animals. but-
depends on the forest.
I guess I missed the forest part. I just heard small critters.
No, like small forest animals, because I think
Yeah.
that's where she feels most connected to her
Moles.
magic. Yeah,
All
like
right. So as
hedgehogs
these
and
Mhm.
rabbits and
things start spewing out of you, and flitting and moving and jumping around, you see interacting with them are all these sturges around you as they're interacting with all these spirit guardians. So go ahead and clear targets because I was incorrect. And then let's see.
I will note for posterity that Jen designates her friends to be unaffected by spirit guardians.
Okay. All right. So are you doing anything else? Moving or anything else?
I think she's just I think she's still just kind of kneeling there, just make it go away, make it go away, make it go away thing.
All right. So it's going to be a little bit more work for you, but it's your fault because you cast a spell. Find Shadow Sturge 5
Yeah.
and drop the. What is the least amount of damage you can do if they save?
If they say
3d8, 3d8, and on a successful save they take half, so it could be 2.
could be 2.
Okay, so yeah, you're gonna have to do it each one. So go ahead and drop it on number 5. Probably easier
Should I
just do
do
it in the
the
combat tracker.
effect or should I do the save?
No, you do the save and then you do the damage afterwards, regardless of whether it saves or not. All right, so these squirrels tear it apart.
Hey, squirrels can be very
Number
vicious.
29.
It's gonna take a while, huh?
It saves. Nice. It
It
got
still died.
But still
Max.
dies.
almost max damage. Decent.
Mm.
Okay. Number 30. This is the one that's on you.
This is the one she most wants to fail. Okay.
I think they've all saved. It's just not enough.
We're getting close.
You've
Yeah.
been rolling
Oh.
too high.
Only one of them saved.
Only one of them saved. The others failed.
Stream
Oh, it's
eyes.
Stream Eyes'
Okay, you're
turn.
gonna blind the stream, kill the eyes.
Yes.
All right, number 15. Oh no, he's out of the range. Yay. All right, so
She didn't
what is their
designate Stream Eyes
wisdom?
as unaffected.
So actually, he's actually going to fly in because he doesn't know. So go ahead and do it to 15 as well.
I don't see 15 in the combat tracker. I don't think he's visible to me.
There you go.
Oh, he lived.
All right, so he's going to move back out.
He's like, wait, these animals are hurting.
Tusk.
Tusk being Tusk will probably try to, you know, grab and squeeze the one near him again, like the one who tried to, bite at him. Even though with Jen's thing going on, he probably would still do that.
All right, so just pick one that's close to you, 4 or.
Probably 3.
Okay.
So still doing like the unarmed attack because he doesn't think this is like, yep. So I deal 4 damage, and then I will attack again. Yeah. Deal another 4 damage.
Hey Zinlu, how you guys doing?
They're
They're being attacked by these shadow sturges. Thank you for stopping by on your break. Appreciate
grab
you.
it like with one hand, squeeze. Grab with the other hand, squeeze even more.
Squirrel for dinner. Yeah, well, these are like flying rats. Her squirrels are these ghostly Patronus things that protect her.
Put it in.
So you can't really eat the ghosts. But they could have these shadow sturges for dinner if they really wanted to. Are they lovely?
Just
all right. I'm sorry. Were you asking me a question?
Oh no, I just had a thought and am looking up something at the moment.
Okay, so did you attack twice on number 3?
Yeah. Got it twice.
Yes,
And
20
squeeze.
hit. Okay, so I'll go ahead and kill him. So are you moving or anything else? 3.
No, not at the moment. He's will just kind of like stand there in the opening. He's kind of like noticing Jen's thing going to work, but he'll kind of still stand there in case something more comes, just down into the bottleneck.
So Zinlu was on the stream, and we were talking about. He says you can eat the squirrels. Now I explained that the squirrels are like spirits and Patronus, so you can't eat them. But they could eat the shadow sturges if you want. And he said, baste them with butter and cook them on an oak board over an open fire. Then eat the board. All right, yeah, get your fiber for the day. All right, so you squish it and Genesis. So now you have. So you got this stuff all over there's stirred guts all over your hand. And you shake and try to get it off, and then another one lands, and so you use your other hand, squish it. Now you got both, and you're like try to rub one off on the other, and then the other, and it's just not going anywhere. Just making a mess, and little wings are on the floor and stuff.
Yeah. For going forward, I looking in the items for an unarmed strike regular. To hopefully just add that. And we
Yeah,
can...
you add that to your inventory, and then it will add it to your actions page.
There we go. Okay, sweet. So we got that for next time.
All right, just year go. So you see that your spirit guardians are successful, as several of these are starting to drop all around you. They're falling. The sturges are falling. The sturges are falling.
Good.
I think Jen kind of like, she's still crouching and she kind of like slowly stands up, like checking, looking up before her, feeling in her hair, making sure they're not in there. And then, definitely with a much clearer mind, I guess she tries to. She looks back at Crack and she's going to do the one that looks like it's closest to her, which is this one, and she's going to try to poke it with her sword. Try to poke it and see if
Okay, I'm
that
going to
works.
say you have a -2.
I'm all right with that.
You see Tusk there trying to wipe all these sturge bits off him. There's a smoking carcass on Krek. Kithries four Kithries are dancing around, very distracting.
Uh,
Does anyone want to try to eat it? It's
The
probably cooked.
The whole passage, this tight passageways filled with all these woodland
lightning.
animals.
There is so much layering. I am unable to target the one that I'm looking at, and
Just use the combat tracker. Just drop it into the combat tracker like you've been doing for your saves. Oh, there you go. Or that worked. It's not really relevant which one it is either, unless it's the one that's on Kithri, which would be very hard to get. Let your spirit guardian to get it.
I can't find it.
So 36 is close to you.
There we go. That's the one I was looking for.
Okay, there you go. 21. Lucky number 21.
Die.
So -2, you will have to apply manually. Like I said, you can use the mouse wheel. Just learn that. Still a hit. Roll damage.
Normal damage? Gross. So she slowly stands up, looks around, and her sword just kind of juts out. And then she kind of like flicks it to like get the guts off.
Ew.
Gross, but not misplaced.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, so 23. Go ahead and do your save and damage. He did not save, or else he would have still been alive. Correct. All right, so they're starting to drop like sturges as these little woodland animals all of a sudden appeared, jamming up this small passageway you guys are in.
Guess I'll try to hit the closest one to me with Eldritch Blast. I get 2 of them at level 10, right?
Yes. I would
So
say you have -2 as well. Well, actually no. It's a ranged attack in melee damage, so it's disadvantage. So number 1, number 9, number 36. Those are all right next to you.
yeah. Well, if I get disadvantage, could I just use Shocking Grasp instead then?
Okay, you can. 1, 9, and 36 are all within range.
Guess I'll grab and
Breck is
try to
getting
hit
this
9.
dinner.
That hits?
That's it.
Oh, was I supposed to have a -2?
Nope. Now if we just reach out and touch them. No, that's pretty easier to do than use a sword or anything else with all the confusion going on.
Mhm.
That is enough.
Yay!
Yay.
Those as you see his little stirred skeleton through its body.
Mhm.
Oh, so it has a skeleton and not an exoskeleton.
All right. Anything else?
No, because if I move, I'll get opportunity attacks.
All right. 16 is within range. Go ahead and
Not anymore.
number 1 is over by Krek. All right, and number 7. Why isn't it going away? There we go. Number 7
I do
is.
not see 7.
All right, so he is moving into range.
Darn. We got 2 1s.
And number 20 is on Tusk. It rolled a 1 and you did a
Oh.
lot of damage. Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. Num num num.
Instant death.
All right, so Tusk, you have all these woodland animals crawling all over you. '18 explodes in the hallway.
They kind of just go.
Kitri. So these sturges are dropping all around you. Wings fluttering everywhere like little leaves. So you spin like helicopters down to the ground.
Getting eaten by small forest animals. Well, Kip3 is probably going to pull out her Eston Follow Feather, which is something that's super neat that I have not been using enough, and probably use it to stab the one that's on her.
Excellent. So
Try
you know
to.
which one is real. So you can go ahead and just do your attack normally.
Okay.
As number 10, I'll move. There you go. So now you can
We
go ahead.
watch as all the mirror images like in sync go to attack.
So that's the ranged one, by the way. There should be one that's ranged.
Wow, double
and one
threes.
Oof.
Why did I have advantage? They were double threes, so
Don't
it
know.
doesn't matter. But
Yeah, that's weird. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Let me check you. Are you hidden? Oh, yeah, you still have invisibility on. So go ahead and
it's
remove that when you
probably
get a chance.
expired by now, huh?
Yes, it's been much more than 10 minutes.
I believe it's an hour.
Yeah, invisibility is an hour long.
Oh, it's an hour?
Either way,
So
I
it
attacked.
hasn't. It has. Well, yeah, you attacked.
Why not?
And cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
So, so your tremor sense is going off now as you feel thump, 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 as all these different things are hitting the ground.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Little splitches and splotches. All right, number 10.
It's raining sturges and rocks.
As Kithri's spinning in a circle trying to stab this thing that's behind her.
A squirrel just jumps at it and it falls down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 4. Another 1. So after their modifier, it is a 0 on his save.
Oof.
Woof.
Glad these guys aren't very wise.
We can definitely have stirred sausage if you guys want.
Ew.
I've already cooked 2 of them.
I hate that.
Might be a little bit burnt on the outside, but
Is that guy in range?
He is not, but will be. So go ahead and let me. Oh yeah, you can see him. Okay.
Oh, he succeeded. He's alive. He's alive.
5, I see what, 5, 10, 15, 20,
Oh,
25,
now I can see stream eyes.
30, 35, 40.
Attack it. Attack the stream eyes.
Spectral eyes die. No.
There we go. That's because I showed, click hide all. I mean show all. So there we go. All right. So he took off and went away hiding. Yay! 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 And this one's like, ooh, more for me. Goes zooming in and roll for him. Number 8. All right, so you guys are pretty much out of combat because the other 2 are gone.
I was seriously thinking about cranking out an upcasted magic missile like level 4, just hitting a lot of them at the same time.
All right, so this whole area is just littered with these carcasses. They're until they feed, they're about the size of a bat, and so they're there's not a whole lot of blood and stuff, but it's just all these little bits and pieces everywhere from the guardians.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
As you're standing there looking around, those of you with dark vision are pretty sure that there aren't any more up in the ceiling. Like I said, it's about 20 to 25 feet in different spots, and it's a natural cavern, so it's not really stalactites. There's not a lot of them here, but just a natural rock formations and things and moving in shadows and stuff. But you're pretty sure most of them are gone, if not all of them are gone.
Even so, Jen's keeping concentration for the whole 10 minutes. And she kind of shudders a bit. I don't like bugs.
At least they didn't get the big juice. Remember those?
Big goose. Yeah. Yeah. She's got a bottle of it still. Just
Oh, no.
See what
spending
happens.
time
Oh
in
no.
her bag of holding. I am a hoarder, okay? You guys know this. I still have stuff from like session 2. Like
Well, Tuss is going to step into this intersection here and kind of glance. So yeah, like place
All
where
right, so
this
any
way
questions on what you're
curve.
looking at? They're again, they look somewhat natural. As you're looking around, these caverns are for the most part natural.
Are there sections that looks like they might have been worked with tools or more like worked through animals or something, some kind of thing?
Just a moment. Click this.
Mhm.
No, this is go ahead and give me this roll. Click, hidden, click. So the way to do that, Genesis, is to shuffle. You don't actually lift your feet, you just slide them forward, and that way you slide
Just
any
sweep
bodies
them
to the
up.
side instead of lifting your
Mhm.
foot and possibly stepping on something you don't want to step on.
But your feet still get dirty from the body.
That's correct. It's going to be hard not to
Okay,
get step on something
you're an
in this
adventurer and
way.
you're worried about your shoes getting dirty. I think you're in the wrong
She
profession.
has prestidigitation for a reason, okay?
Yeah. She uses that for cleaning more than anything else.
Plus, there are various levels of guano on the floor as well, from where they were
Mhm.
roosting above you, where you're walking now. All right, did I make the roll? You did make the roll. Okay, yeah. So it's as far as you can tell, it looks pretty natural to you. You do not see, unlike the passage going down to the dock, there were clear areas where it had been worked. You do not see that here in the areas you can see right now.
I will say that I doubt they expect everybody going to the underground place to fight their way through Sturgis on the way. I don't think that this is the way that we're supposed to be going. But
Mhm.
I do love exploring.
Quite possibly, we were sent to explore. I was told I heard somewhere that when you are faced with multiple passageways, you always go to the right and follow the wall. So I'm going to do that.
Well,
Ooh. Ooh.
I mean, usually we would like to stick together as a party, am I wrong?
Oops. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I
Tusk kind
didn't
of like
know.
said, yeah.
Oh,
Tusk
that's
said
right.
that,
There
assuming you would follow.
we go. Genesis.
But yeah, I mean, you never have to follow, I guess.
You guys
Oh,
stuck.
don't worry, Evan just confused me. It was like,
mwahaha. Jen keeps bopping around, apparently.
Because you went on my token, so I had to move it.
Ah, I see.
oh,
I
the
walked
stream.
on stream eyes. I walked on it.
All right, so Tusk, what are you doing?
I didn't actually mean to do that. Tusk will like point is like looks like it might be a room, but we can come back and look at that. Or unless you guys want to step into it, and but he kind of steps forward and keeps going down the hallway. Ooh.
Just waiting for people to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kithri's bottlenecking everybody.
I'm sorry.
I'll peek in the room.
All right. All right, so as you go up there, you see this is decidedly less used. There's more cobwebs and it's dustier. As you move, you see your footfalls are actually bringing up a little dust.
Oh.
And it looks empty. You don't see anything of interest in here.
Okay.
Looks like we got a larger passage ahead. Gonna step into it for a moment.
All right, hold on just a moment.
Okay.
Wow.
I had fixed something before, and I thought it would fix it for all of the things that are happening. It did not, so it's take me just a second to catch up.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, there we go. All right, so your axe goes off. And as you these tentacles come reaching out, lashing toward you, as you turn and you see initiative. Clear all initiatives. Select all PCs. Init. Request. And any initiative.
Oh.
Okay, so I
Oh,
was
no.
gonna say this during like the last fight, but then I was like decided not to. To where like we were all rolling fairly good on that fight, and it's like watch we get to the next fight, and it's gonna be actually a hard enemy, and we're gonna roll like shit.
Oh no. I mean, it sounds very
got the
plausible.
most.
Yeah. I mean, so far, Kithri rolled okay, at least.
I mean,
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
why didn't the axe go off for the first ones?
Yeah, that's
Well,
what.
maybe they didn't have ill intentions toward us. They just had a
I mean,
wanted to feed baby.
I mean, yeah. They don't want to hurt us. They just want to eat us.
I mean, well, with that amount of them, they could probably kill you. But if it was just like one or two, they probably couldn't drain enough to kill you, unless they gave you like
Until
a
they
bad
give you-
disease.
Yeah.
Fresh thought. They were not. The axe did not go off because Tusk did not consider them a threat above mosquitoes. Anyways, more bugs. No.
I have a feeling that fight would have been a lot different if Genesis didn't like murder all of them instantly.
Yeah. No, that probably would have.
I will say
Yes. Your guardian
that
was
had the axe gone off, that the noise would have made them all active and moving, and
oof.
it would have been a little bit more chaotic than it was.
True.
Although it got real chaotic pretty quick because
Anyway,
Spirit
yeah.
Guardians.
good.
Anyway, so Kithri, you see these things reaching for as the axe goes off. You sort of jump a little bit as you're sort of keeping an eye out for the more sturges.
More
But
bugs.
this thing
Ew.
reaches and you sort of look around the corner and you see this thing taking up most of the
Hmm.
passage, and
Ew.
it's climbing on the side of the wall.
Ew. Why are there so many bugs? The stupid cave. Rather fight dragons.
So what would you like to do?
Oh well, I don't actually see it on the map. I am not sure why, as I should have my earplugs in. If this thing is moving, it should be alerting me, but
Because you don't have line of sight.
uh,
Do you see it now?
no. I don't know
There's-
why, but I seem to be looking from both Crack. Oh, it's because Crack has the light. Crack and Genesis have the light, but it's not letting me see. I thought it
So
was.
you don't see anything right now? Do you see your
But,
token?
yes.
Okay.
And I see Tusk.
Okay, so give me a
And I see
second.
a little sliver, but that's about it.
Okay, yeah, that's because you're seeing the light they have. Give me a moment.
Mhm.
I wasn't sure how it worked because you have something on you, tremor sense, but I don't think it's built in yet. So give me a minute.
Hmm.
I remember having to give you blind sense before.
Haha.
It's not the same, but it's close
Yeah.
enough. Token vision, get 3, blind sight, add vision. There you go. So now you should be able to see.
Oh. Oh god. Oh. Whoa. Could I attack one of them from this angle? The sturdy one.
So you would have a -5 because Tusk and the wall.
Okay. Can I
Mhm.
step into Tusk Square and get less than a -5?
Yep. And are you going to go through it or back to the south or back in the square you're in?
I want to go back into the square that I'm in after I'm done.
All right, so it's a straight attack.
Okay. Oh. Mage Bang. Yes. Did I miss? I missed. Ugh. Well, their AC isn't very high, so I guess that's fine.
Yeah, 2 on the dice. Still a hit.
Am I hidden from this thing? Do I get sneak attack damage or no?
No, you were not. You were not hidden from it.
Why did it sneak attack anyway? I'm sorry. I didn't activate it. I apologize.
It probably assumed you had it already, and I have it set to where it's automatic.
Mm.
Let's see. Is there any? I'm trying to think if there's any reason why you would have advantage. Sadly, no, there would not be anyway. So I'll go ahead and fix it.
It's 6 plus 6
Okay.
because the black
Max
dice is the
damage.
original.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. What is your passive perception?
Oh, my passive perception. Oh, it's on the front page of my character sheet, isn't it? It's 15.
Okay. And so you move back into a square. You attack. Move back. Are you doing anything for your bonus section?
Might kind of ditch Tusk a little bit. They are big and gross. And they could probably swallow Kithri whole, and she's just not about that life. All right.
All right.
She prefers life undigested.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Tusk, you see Kitri sort of step next to you, fling with your sling. It's a little challenging trying to do a sling in the same square as somebody without smacking him a bunch of times. But she does it because she's Kithri. And then
Mhm.
it slams into him. What's your passive perception?
Mine would be. Let's double check. 16.
And these tentacles are reaching out for you. And you're able to use your axe and sort of bat them away. You do see it does have a sting. Give me a second. Cool. All right. Tusk.
All right.
So they miss.
They miss, and so Tusk will take a step forward towards this one, that's right around the corner, and whack at it with his axe. So he kind of like deflects the tentacles coming at him, and then uses that as an opening step forward to slice at him, and using his usual reckless Great Weapon Master attacks. Boop. Did I go in? Hey, and a 19, which is a crit for Tusk at the moment. Because took those levels in fighter, and he does lots of damage. Nice. Since I crit, I will get an attack as a bonus action this turn. But gonna keep swinging. You guys hear some sounds of thunder as he. Damn.
Get wrecked.
Yeah.
Good damage too.
One is dead.
Yeah. So I guess I would move and
Jeez.
do my last attack against this one down here. And I will fully describe what I do in just a moment. I did.
We do so much damage together. Holy cow!
It's okay.
And now it's just a regular hit.
Especially when you get 2 crits in one turn.
So Tusk essentially, after making that opening, goes in and makes a very solid hit, kind of on the side of the head, or kind of like in the center of the head, like between the tentacles, with that loud kind of sound of thunder, and then he just kind of adjusts his grip and then just kind of leans into it and kind of like pulls up the handle so that like just goes like straight through the head, all while this kind of thunderous energy that kind of builds on his axe kind of just blows through its mind as it just kind of very epically, though no one sees it, quickly takes care of this giant bug before turning around and kind of like swiftly kind of hopping towards the other one to give a little bit of a more quicker slash, probably cutting only like a couple tentacles in its front, not really hurting it, but very much a quicker slash than the decisive blow that he dealt to the first one. All very cool and epic, though no one's there to see it. Though they do hear the clap of thunder that is echoing loudly back down the hallway from his axe. And yeah, that's my turn.
Very nice. All right. So blood dripping from his axe as he runs down a passage into this larger opening room.
I mean, I guess I'll
Crick.
go forward.
So you see K3 come running back down the hallway a little bit.
Big ol' bugs. Bug.
I was gonna go through Jen's space and then, but I didn't know if I could like properly move it. Yeah. Okay.
That's 20.
Okay.
So you see this big, large, dead creature on the ground here. And you see this other one up on the ceiling, down by Tusk.
So that's 25. Yeah. So it's on the ceiling.
Correct.
Okay, then I should be able to hit it easily, right?
Mhm.
Uh,
Do you have line of sight? Yes.
yeah, I targeted it.
Can you hit it easily? I don't know. We'll see.
Depends on what I use. I'll just use
Mhm.
level 2 chromatic orb. Lightning, obviously.
Mhm.
It hits.
Very nice. Don't you get a bonus for, or is it acid that you get the bonus in?
It's acid, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure.
All right. So it slams into it.
That did less damage than I was thinking, but not bad. Definitely could have done less.
16. All right, and this thing. So, Crick, what did your? Actually, you would notice by now. Actually, the stuff dripping from your axe and stuff is more like oil, um, like a tar. This thing does not have. The thing you killed did not have blood like normal, like a normal bug this size would. Um,
Hmm.
and as you're looking at this one here, you see that there's large chunks of it that are missing from the side, like something took bites out of it. And it's all dark and gray around those parts. And especially now that you cut open the other one, the whole center area just reeks of death and rot.
Wait,
Mm,
Hmm.
zombie
Okay.
giant bugs?
apparently.
Hmm.
This isn't good.
Where is it? Oh, it's him. Hold on. Ah, crud. Hold on a second. I forgot something. Event, effects, target, hostile, attributes, con. Oof. Okay. This is one. Let me do this. Give me just a second. There it is. Okay. What is 3 and 8. 8. Alright, sorry, I had to fix something. And the thing on the floor wiggles and rights itself and lashes out at you, correct?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
This huge gash is cut, sliced in half as its head is sliced in half. The tentacles are still reaching out. Its mouth is ripped apart.
Hmm.
And it misses as these tentacles are reaching out and you're batted aside. Alright, and Tusk, this one from above you, is also reaching down, trying to grab you with its tentacles. I don't even know if it can hit you unless it gets critical.
Well, it has advantage, so
Well, it rolled 19, so that is a
that
hit.
works. Nice.
All right, and so as these tentacles reach out and wrap around you, um, one of them sort of brushes against where the scourge hits you and stuff, and all of a sudden your body locks up and you are paralyzed.
Oof.
Huh.
Oh no.
Great. Well, there goes that net one. Probably was due.
Yeah, especially after you rolled 2 crits in one turn.
Yeah.
It's the world getting back at you.
All right, so I'm going to see if this is. Are you actually listed as paralyzed? Let's see. You are. So it should be a crit. Let me see if it works. It did not. All right, so. Wow, that's about medium damage right there. Modifiers -4. Come on. Alright, so there's the extra damage. As this thing is now extended down, half of its body is on the ceiling, the other half is down, starting to munch on Tusk as these tentacles are wrapped around him, and it's just starting to munch on his head. See the blood start pouring down,
Uh,
and you see his
uh,
Tusk is unmoving.
that's not concerning at all.
Hmm.
Genesis.
Meanwhile, Jen hasn't seen anything. She doesn't know what's going on. So she hears fighting, and so she's gonna kind of go up and, scoot by Kithri to get a better view.
And she was muttering, what was it? Big bugs, something like that.
The giant heckin' bugs.
Oh, 5.
And she kind of pauses, I don't like bugs.
So you can tell again the stench is now just starting to hit you. Kithri is also starting to hit you too. As Tusk opened up this thing, just spilled all this rotting grossness that was inside it. Uh, and you see this is what is scary normally, trying to eat Krek, but this thing that's doing it clearly shouldn't be alive. It's got its head is cut in half. Its mouth is barely hanging on, but these tentacles are still reaching out as it's sort of twitching and itching and moving its way toward Krek. And you see another one, again with these big holes in it, starting to descend as it is munching on Tusk from the ceiling.
Yeah. I think Jen is very concerned about Tusk, and so she kind of tries to slide by Crack and hopefully save him.
All right, so it's 5,
And I
10,
do
15,
understand
20,
that
25,
that
30. All right, so it's
would
30
open
feet
me up for
total
an
so far.
opportunity attack.
So this thing's tentacles are extending out to the square you're in. So it is not, you are still within its reach. So it does not provoke opportunity
Oh,
attack yet.
cool.
You move 30 feet.
Yeah. Gosh, I can't really. You know what? We're just gonna do vicious mockery, I guess. And
Making fun of Tusk while he's down, that's pretty rude.
you're right. I mean, that shirtless look. I mean, maybe 10 years ago, but it's just so. It's okay. He's just a little behind on the times.
He had a shirt once.
Yeah, she basically she sees the bug holding Tusk, and she's just letting out like a lot of like elvish insults that mostly muttered under her breath, but they're magical because she wills them to be so.
Is it an attack roll or a save?
It is a save.
Okay. And it failed, so roll your damage.
And in addition to that, Jen never dropped concentration on Spirit Guardians, and at the moment, both of the bugs are within 15 feet of her. So I'm going to apply the effect that makes it so they should automatically do it. And she's just kind of freaking out a little bit. Freaking out a little bit less.
All right, what was damage taken? 11, okay. All right, so as these things start digging into it, tearing it apart, it is still moving and it is still trying to attack Krek.
Oof, even with radiant damage? Ouch.
That's considered. What is considered radiant damage? Let me see.
Yes.
Nope, never mind. All right, so you're right. I didn't notice it was radiant. Sorry.
Ta-da! perks of being a cleric.
Yeet.
All right, so this thing is still munching on Tusk. Why didn't it? Well, it hit anyway, but let me just do. That time it did. All right, and
Oh.
it did.
Oh.
Let's see. It would have been crit anyway, so it doesn't matter. It saves me the trouble of
Oh.
having clicking the button. When he's
Well.
paralyzed, it's automatic crit damage.
Ah.
Thus, hold person and hold monster is amazing.
Mhm.
Alright, so it continues to chomp and destroy Tusk's beautiful lock of hair. It's probably missing an ear at this point.
Um,
Uh.
Kithri.
is it okay if I just move like that so I don't have to worry about interfering in other people's scores?
Right, it just adds that you've moved 15 feet.
Okay.
So these rocks are big, but again, it's coming from the ceiling. So you have blind sight.
Well, I might just Mage Bane again.
You do have disadvantage against Tusk. I mean, -5 against Tusk if you want to hit him because of the rock.
Good to know. But I do not want to hit Tusk.
Gotta wake him up.
Wake up, Tusk! As he goes even more limp.
I can like try to kick him. I don't have to use my magical weapon.
Yeah. I don't think he went limp. I think he went rigid.
Oof.
Yes.
Oof.
Yeah, went
Keep
rigid.
rolling garbage.
It's
Garbage.
You keep
You
hitting.
rolled a 2 when you hit before, so
That's true. So I can't
these are
miss,
pretty hard to
apparently.
miss. They're very slow.
Okay,
Giant
and
things.
no reason for me to have sneak attack, right?
Yeah, Tusk
Because Tusk is
oh,
incapacitated.
he's capacitated. Yeah, so it's theory it shouldn't work? Question mark.
We'll see.
See.
We'll see if the computer deems it so.
Nope.
Nope.
It likes you. It likes you. 11. Nice.
Yep. Mm. Mm.
Come on, catch up. There we go. All right. You moved. You shot. Bonus actioning.
I don't think I really have anything to do with my bonus action. Yeah, go ahead and pass my turn.
All right. So the target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns. So let's see.
Right.
So at the end of your turn, ooh, you got a 20.
Oh!
Very nice.
1 to 20.
Nice.
That's all I'm rolling at the moment. No.
All right. So you're no longer paralyzed, although part of you wishes you still were, because you are not in a good position
Ow.
as this thing is chomping on your head and is doing a really good job of destroying everything above you, above your neck. Genesis, you see Tusk starting to move a little bit.
Trying to like get my head out of its mouth.
But don't forget these tentacles are all wrapped around you and
Mhm.
all around your shoulders and under your arms, and they have you fully
No.
grasped.
Ugh. Well.
Oh, let me remove paralyzed from you.
As much as Jen doesn't want to get closer to it, she is going to, for the sake of Tusk. How high up is it?
It's 5 feet from the floor.
Okay, cool.
In theory, you could also stand on the rock in front of you and Kithri. So you can hit it from where you are, yes, if you with a melee
Okay.
weapon.
Cool.
I just don't have it stacked on top of him, but it is above him.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so, she's muttering under her breath of, it's always bugs. And, she's going to, poke it.
Sturges aren't bugs, and this is more of a worm than a bug. Just saying.
I guess. But she still doesn't like it.
Just saying.
They've got all these moving parts, and she would prefer they didn't move them. So she's going to try to poke it to death.
That's a hit. And you do not hit Tusk.
Woo! And it does crit damage. 2 1s. Ah!
Oof.
Fine, both of the hit dice.
Alright,
Well,
are you doing anything else?
I guess if I move back, I'm still in range, right? Because it is, like, above Tusk, and it has a 10-foot range.
Yes, it is officially. You and Kithri are officially in melee range, yes.
Okay.
Ew.
Yeah, she's going to, step a bit back. Yeah.
Okay.
And, that's her turn.
Crick.
Okay. Hmm. Should I do another? Hmm.
Now you know, with your training and everything, anything you do with lightning is probably going to affect Tusk to some extent.
Yeah.
It is fully enveloped with this thing's tentacles, mouth.
I guess I could just do Eldritch Blast. But I don't know. Maybe I should just do Chromatic Orb. I could do Acid Chromatic Orb. But I guess I'll
Alright,
just
that
do a
what you're
level
doing?
1, regular one.
Okay, go for it.
Rolling pretty good attack. Did just as much damage as the when I upcasted it to level 4.
Very nice. Did you? It doesn't look like you
Or
did the
level
bonus to
2.
your. What's the bonus you're supposed to get?
I'm not entirely sure. Because I've never used it before, I'm sorry. I think it's if I use something.
I'm just looking to see what it's called because it's not Dragon Ancestor. I mean, Draconic
Yeah, I'm looking.
Bloodline is Draconic
It's
Ancestor.
a sorcerer thing, I'm pretty sure.
Alright, anyway, what's the damage? You did 14 damage to it.
Elemental
Alright.
affinity, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, that sounds right.
Add your charisma modifier.
There we go. Alright, so that is 5. Cool. Yeah, and for the DM, the wounds are red on gray, so it's hard to see in the combat tracker. Alright,
Ah.
Oh, that's why I don't know where it is, because it's not in my features list. Elemental affinity. It's missing.
it's weird.
Weird.
Okay, alright, I'm just adding that real quick. So this is where we're going to leave it till next week, guys. Thank you for playing with me.
All right.
Where's your chromatic orb? Here it is. Boink. Acid. I'm just adding it to your acid.
Mm.
Okay.
Do you have any other spells that do acid?
I do not think so, no.
Bonus 5. Oh, wait. There we go. So now your chromatic orb acid is there. Cool. Well, cool, guys. Rather gross session tonight, but hey, I'm just the one
Zombie
did Spirit
bug.
Guardians and made stirred
mean-
sausage, so
I mean, they were gonna end up dead anyway. I call that efficient spell
Jeez,
usage.
at least I cooked mine, gosh. You didn't even cook
exactly.
yours.
We
Exactly.
can go back, put them
I mean,
in a
I
line.
just
You can do
squished
lightning
mine.
bolt.
All right, and those of you in the stream, thank you for hanging out with me. I
I
appreciate
have come
you.
up with a new character trait of Genesis that she does not like bugs. So there's that.
Loves all of nature except
All
bugs.
of nature except
I mean,
things
bugs are
with too
fine,
many
but
legs.
zombie bugs, now that's stretching it.
Yeah. But hey, Tess got some new scars.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Add it to
Yeah.
your document.
Yeah.
That's right, and a new hairstyle. Probably
Yep, new
permanent.
hairstyle. Probably. His
Oh gosh.
scars. Yeah.
The longer the campaign goes on, the more
I'm
Tusk just does not look attractive.
I'm curious to
Well,
see how it plays out when it dies, because it's going to collapse onto Tusk.
Ugh.
So
yeah,
we'll
that
see.
one.
Hey, get out of there, Tusk.
We'll see how that plays out, how soon it happens.
Yeah.
And also it's Tusk's turn, so it's not unless I can just see him standing there with his axe, just smacking himself in the head.
Goes like through the body into his own head.
Okay. Anyway,
Ugh.
so cool.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. I hope you enjoy the map. You'll never see it again. So hey, maybe I'll make you go back that way. Although that wasn't the original plan. But
Maybe. We still got a
that's right.
couple more turns.
And we've got a recap for next week, so maybe I'll show it again next week. Hey, remember that map? Anyway, thanks for hanging
Alrighty.
out. Thanks for playing, guys. So I'll see you next week at 7 o'clock as well.
Yep.
Don't forget your points now. So you guys have points. You can heal Tusk if you want next week.
Mhm.
Even Krek is a little down. So thank you so much. And don't forget, you can catch up on what the heroes have been doing and how they got to this point by watching the U's and the Tubes. And come back Sunday. Check out the Starfinder. Whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye. Thanks for stopping by, everybody.